welcome to another Teacher's Corner. I'm Teacher Kirby coming at you again from the sun and sand on Risa, the Pleasure Planet. So, this week we're going to be talking about floaters and power boards. Okay, these are what are used to fly around the island. Whee! And what are used to, here we go, surf on the waves. So there are different kinds of floaters and different kinds of power boards. Now you can pick up your first floater. Where is it? At the floater vendor here. Now notice here is the beam in sight. Let me turn off my floater. It can be a little hard to navigate. This is our beam in sight. So you can get a floater if you come out from the beam in sight, turn right, and go straight ahead across the boardwalk. So this is the floater vendor. He has a number of different kinds of floaters. Of course, you always have the option of going into your reputation, events, and store, and summer event, and you can scroll down past all the outfits, past all the training manuals, past all the pets, and here we have our floaters. Okay, so these are the floaters you can buy with favors. The floater vendor has an extra floater, here it is, that you can rent for energy credits, for 1,000 energy credits. Now, so as you can see, there are a number of different floaters. So first let's talk about the rental. The rental is 1,000 energy credits, and the rental is slow. As you see, plus 35 flight speed. That's not very much. In fact, if you compare that to my floater, I have plus 50 flight speed. Okay, now that may not seem like a big difference, but believe me, you will feel it. Okay, so this goes pretty slow. It says substandard flight maneuverability. That means you're going to have a hard time turning. You're going to have a hard time stopping. Okay, and this word rental is very important. It disappears after about 15-20 minutes. Okay, it just disappears, goes away, boom, gone. Okay, so, and that is 1,000 energy credits for the rental. Now, of course, then you have the next class of floater. Now, these are all 50 favors. Okay, one dance contest will get you 50 favors. So you have this first set, 50 favors each, and the only difference between the 50 favored ones, between that class, is the color. So you have black, blue, white, and red. All of these will perform equally compared to each other. Okay, and these are actually a little bit slower than the rentals, but they have a little better maneuverability. Okay, but they are really slow. Okay, so if you're trying to race, like in the biathlon, these are going to slow you down. Okay, then you have, these are the standard floaters, then you have the enhanced floaters. The enhanced floaters are 500 Lola Nut favors apiece. And again, you have quite a few different colors. You have black, blue, white, red, green, orange, pink, yellow, cyan, gray, and purple. So you have quite a bit of these to choose from. Again, the only difference here is the color. The the black one is not going to outperform the white one. Okay, one enhanced floater is the same as the other. The only difference is the color. So you can choose whichever color you want. So these have plus 40 flight speed, and they have enhanced flight maneuverability. So they perform a little better, and they're a bit faster. You will notice a difference in the speed between the standard floater and the enhanced. You'll also notice a difference in maneuverability. Alright, so then we have our superior floaters. Alright, superior floaters are again faster, plus 50 flight speed, and have superior maneuverability. These are the best of the best. Okay, this is the best flight speed you're going to get. This is the best maneuverability you're going to get. These are 1000 favors, and again, color does not matter. These are all 1000 each. Okay, and you even have striped. Okay, some of these are new: bronze, silver, gold. So they're expanding the colors here on the floaters. But again, with each price range, with each price point, so 1000 favor floaters, regardless of the color, they're going to perform the same. Okay, they're all plus 50 flight speed with superior flight maneuverability. Alright, so it doesn't matter if you get the pink with stripes or if you get the cyan. Okay, they're both going to perform exactly the same. So choose the color you like. Don't worry about the color. Just worry about whether it's superior, enhanced, or standard. Okay, so remember, superior is the best, the fastest, the most maneuverable. Enhanced is the mid-range. Standard is the lower range, and then of course the rental. Okay, get the rental only if you absolutely need to. As soon as you get here, do a dance off and get your 100 favors and go and buy a standard. Now the standard, the one you pay favors for, all three classes of the ones you pay favors for are permanent. They do not disappear. So you don't need to worry about that. The rental is the only one that disappears. Okay, so I would recommend getting, now here's my little tip. Okay, get your standard floater, do what you're gonna do your dance off, do your Horgon hunt, do your artifact hunt, do your race if that's what you wanted to do, etc., etc. Do all of that. Keep your standard floater until you have 1000 favors. Don't buy the enhanced, because that's, in my opinion, that's a waste of favors to buy the mid-range and then go and have to buy the top range again. Okay, now you're having to spend 1,550 favors instead of simply 1,050 favors. Okay, the only reason I even recommend getting the standard is because they're permanent, so you won't have to buy the rental over and over again, because that can get quite expensive depending on how often you play. Alright, so that is the floaters. Now, let's go over and talk about the Powerboard. Whee! We're gonna surf. Surfing USA. Alright, So notice I can jump on the power boards, etc., etc. So power boards, I'm heading over to the promenade. Whee! So it's important to note power boards only work on water. You get a little bit of time before they cut out. So here is the Powerboard Rising vendor. She's at the promenade right next to the start of the powerboard race. Okay. Now if I talk to her, again, just like, now here's the store. Again, just like the floaters, there is a rental. There are two rentals here. The Ryza Powerboard, and that's a long board, or the Ryza Mini Powerboard. Now that's a small version. Okay. Now they are exactly the same. The only difference is the size. And in this case, size really doesn't matter. Okay. So they both cost 1,000 energy credits, just like the floaters, and they will disappear after about 15 minutes. They are slow. They are the slowest of the bunch. Only a speed rating of 63. Same here, which is why I say size doesn't matter. Okay, now again, I recommend as soon as you have your 50 favors, buy a permanent board. Does not matter which kind you buy at the 50 favor price point. They're all going to be the same. Okay. So you have the minis and you have the standard length. Okay. And they're all going to perform exactly the same. Speed rating of 63, turn rate of 75. Okay. So it doesn't matter. Now the 50 favored ones are permanent, so they won't disappear. The rentals will disappear. And of course we have all kinds of choices here. And then we have the, is it 500? Yeah. The 500 favors. We have, of course, all kinds of choices for our color scheme. But again, same thing. These are the mid-range speeds. And, yeah, mid-range speed and 500 favors. Okay. And all of these are the enhanced. All of these will be just the same compared to each other. And then we have the superior. Now these are speed rating of 73 with a turn rate of 120. All right. Now the power boards, and of course we have the different colors, and we have the minis. Okay, now the power boards have something interesting. They have an elite class. Okay. They have, now I'm a KDF, so it's showing me the Klingon and it's showing me the Targ. The Targ HOG is available for everybody regardless of faction. Okay. And that is an elite class that costs 1,500 favors, and it goes just a little bit faster than the superiors. The superiors are rated at 73. The elites are rated at 78. So there is a slight speed difference. There's also a slight turn difference, 120 and 150. Now, so if you want the best board there is, you're going to need to save up 1,500 favors to get the best board. You want either your faction aligned board or the Targ. Okay, or this Targ one. This is a recreation of the Pitbull board from the movie Back to the Future 2. Now, here's the other thing about Powerboards. So you may have noticed that I have, oops, where is it? That's what I wanted. That I have this, the Future Flyer. Now this was not listed for anything that I could buy on the, where is it? For anything that I could buy on the, in the store. Here it is. That is because that was a promotion for Back to the Future Day. There was a date that Marty and the Doc traveled to in the future in 2015. And on that day, for a few days actually, Cryptic made available the Future Flyer, which was a recreation of the hoverboard that Marty McFly used in the movie. The Future Flyer is the same speed as the Elite boards. Okay, so if you look, I'm hovering over it. Speed rating 78, turn rating 150. Okay, so if you have that, then you don't need to buy anything else. Okay, if you don't have that, you won't be able to get access to it, so you'll have to buy, if you want the fastest board, you'll need to buy either one of the elites, either your elite faction or the Targ. Okay, and that is going to cost you 1,500 favors. So again, like with the floaters, I recommend rent your first one, get her done, just start completing, and as soon as you get your 50 favors so that you can afford to buy a board, buy the standard, and then keep using that until you can actually afford the 1,500 for the elite board. Don't buy the in-betweens. That is my advice. Okay, so TLDR, there's 3 to 4 different levels of floaters / powerboards. I recommend starting with the lowest level that is permanent, holding on to that until you can buy the highest level. That is the best use of your favors and will cost you the least. And the highest level goes the fastest and is the best. Alright, this is Teacher Kirby signing off. You can hear the discussion of Teacher's Corner live every Saturday night on the Pilot Review Show at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope to see you there.